Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and today in Warframe, we're going to be looking at the worst platinum scams in the game sold by digital extremes themselves. We are going to go over every single item you 100% should never buy in the marketplace, okay? When you ever go into the marketplace, you're always greeted with these typical screens of popular items, right? New items, etc., so forth, and bundles. Usually these aren't terrible value. I would never buy these for platinum. These are terrible, terrible purchases. But the Warframes, here and there, if you don't want to farm them, if they're more late game, they can be okay. But usually half of the things here are either new items, bundles, or just cool stuff that you might want, so they're usually not the worst. If you go to featured popular, usually these are okay. Either they're armor bundles or just skin sets, essentially. These are all hard to farm, so makes sense. I wouldn't buy a ton of Forma or Orokin Catalyst from the market unless you desperately need it, but hey, you can build one Forma a day, so 3 days, 35 platinum. You can get an Orokin Catalyst pretty easily either through Nightwave or various other means in the game, so not terrible value, but probably not the best purchases, but they're popular purchases because they are needed in the game, so it's easier to buy it sometimes than to just farm a handful of days. So new, popular, seasonal, none of these are really that big or that bad. These are just half the time newer items, right? Cosmetics, bundles, not bad. When we start going to Warframes, there's a lot that we can take a look at in general. We have bundles, skins, Syndonas, armor sets, necromechs. None of these are terrible value, all things considered. You go to the necromechs, a lot of people just straight up buy the mechs because they hate farming it. While I wouldn't do it, I get it. Emotes, all of these aren't terrible scams yet because, you know, it's purely up to you if you want to buy it. Some Warframes should not be bought with platinum though. A ton of these Warframes, like for what, Frost and whatnot, are so easy to farm in the game that these are totally platinum scams, 100%. A lot of these Warframes can be farmed very quickly, very easily, with not a lot of effort in the game. The beginning ones are 75 platinum, but then a ton of the other really easy to obtain, like Nisha, early game Warframes, they price at insane amount of pricing. Nisha is a Warframe. You can go into a clan, you can research, and you can build this Warframe in 3.5 days because you can instantly go to your clan and get it if you are in a clan. So do not buy a lot of these Warframes like Oberon for platinum, Nyx. No, do not buy most of these Warframes with platinum. It is terrible value buying a lot of them with platinum. Usually if you want to buy a Warframe with platinum, I would recommend buying a either end game considered farm Warframe or a Warframe that's maybe new that's coming out that you're excited for, how you like the abilities, etc. and so forth. But a lot of these Warframes can very easily be farmed early game, so I would not recommend buying probably half or like 70% of them. But that is still up to you, and it is your prerogative. Next up, we have general weapons. Hey, thank you for the Prime sub on Twitch. We have general weapons. That is the same case with weapons. A lot of these weapons should never be bought with platinum. Warframe market, the marketplace, has a nice little toggle, hide items without blueprint, so you should usually toggle that on, hide mastered, and then hide owned. All really good toggles. If you do not want to spend platinum, always click on hide items without blueprints. These will only show me the things that I can pick up with market credits. It says 40,000, my dog's hiding it, right? If you want proof, boom. You can always purchase these with blueprints and then build them, right? 225 freaking platinum for the Kuva, or sorry, for the regular Hind with a weapon slot and an installed Orokin Catalyst is essentially daylight robbery. So almost every single one of these weapons, almost all of these, you should never buy with platinum because you're scamming yourself. You should buy the blueprint and then pick it up and build it in your foundry, okay? So many of these are just huge scams. Some are a little better, like Sibir, because the purchase building cost is 30,000 cryotic. So certain weapons are a better purchase value than others if you don't want to farm a ton. But most of these weapons, like freaking Spira, right? Soma, huge scams. Tonkor, huge scams buying these with platinum, right? You can just get a regular MR7 Tigris, right? A Stug. Yeah, you want to buy 120 platinum Stug when you can just buy it for 20,000 credits and build it? No. So do not buy weapons with platinum if you can avoid it. Oh geez, don't do it. Just do not. It's not worth it half the time. Equipment is where we really get to see how bad it can be. Again, do not buy a lot of this stuff with platinum, right? These are just blueprint purchases. This is where we get huge scams. Biggest scam. Biggest scam in Warframe alert right here, everybody. You can buy neural sensors. You can buy neurodes. You can buy Orokin cells with platinum. You can buy 10 platinum per Orokin cell, or it gets even worse. You can buy a repeatable Orokin cell blueprint where it costs 15,000 credits, 50,000 alloy plates, 50,000 nanospores, and 25,000 salvage to create one Orokin cell, and that is a daily repeat blueprint. These are such garbage tier scams. Never buy these, okay? Warframe has a handful of terrible value scams like this in the game. Never buy any resource small like this from the market, and do not buy these repeatable blueprints, because the sheer amount of resources it costs in order to build an item that you can farm up like 10 if not hundreds an hour if you're min-maxing is insane. You can easily farm 10 plus tens of neurodes an hour, right? Like, this is insane. Never do this. These are all blueprints for credits. These are fine. These are ships you can farm in game. I think it's worthless to buy them with platinum, but you can farm them in game. Yeah. That's that, but there's even more, right? That's just the start of the equipment tab. If you hide items without blueprints and we go to the actual equipment tab, you'll see a lot of general new stuff, right? Casual stuff. Boosters aren't the worst value if you plan on going ham. So boosters, not that bad. Auraforma, total scam. Don't buy this for 80 platinum. It's not worth it. Oh God, you can get these in game so easily. These are not worth it, okay? It gets even worse. There's a lot more terrible value items like Exilis, Warframe adapters. Some of these, like this stuff, you can pretty easily obtain in game. So I would say most of it's very bad value for like the arcane adapters, Exilis stuff. You can get it in game somewhat easily, but if you want to buy it just to skip ahead to like not farm out these might be a good idea, but for the most part I wouldn't bother buying these. I just know a lot of people do because they don't like farming them up. So yeah, relic packs, oh my God, awful value. 5 random relics for 50 platinum. 10 platinum a relic. Absolutely dog value. Same with the secondary arcane. Yeah, you're scamming yourself if you buy a relic pack. 100%. You scammed yourself. I mean, like, I would never buy a ship for just resource platinum, but hey, you do you. I just find it so easy to farm them in game casually. Arcwing weapon slots are good. Oh, more scams with alloy plates. 1,500 alloy plates for 30 platinum. Oh my God. But yeah, 75% off coupons are godly compared to other stuff. So terrible value. Like, look at this. What disgusting amount of bad value. You'll spend hundreds, thousands, if not all of your money buying items in game like this. Arcwing launcher segment, 175 platinum. Never do that. Just do the quest and farm it. Like, that's crazy. Bird 3 floof, high value. The slots are things you'll have to buy as the game progresses, so these are the probably best value in general if you want to collect more warframes and weapons to not get scammed, ciphers to instantly do things, and this is the, like, just the equipment here, this is the biggest scam section, I would say, in Warframe. The boosters, not bad, right? Not bad, but you have like mods and endo. This is a massive scam. 1,000 endo, 400 endo for 25 platinum. Who is the absolute like scam artist at digital streams throwing this crap into the game? And they've never fixed it because, like, who cares in their mind? They're like, well, it's better that we'll make some money off of it than none. It's wild to me. So they have just generally bad value stuff here, like Radiant Requiem relics, right? Transmute cores. Some of the mod bundles can be okay, but all of the essential ones are pretty bad value because you farm them up in game just playing the game without realizing it, right? All of these. Terrible value. Terrible value. So this section, mods and endo, is real rough. Like, some of the mods, like the tome mods and other Tennokai one is decent, but other than that, this is rough, right? Oof, oof. Landing crafts, like landing crafts aren't the worst. It's just you can farm landing crafts pretty easily. There's like a lot of noggles in there, right? There's not really much to do. Armor sets, necromechs, right? We talked about a lot of that. Nothing really huge. All the weapons. The more annoying thing, keys and drones, components. Yeah, components is BS. Components, huge scam, right? A lot of the stuff you just get in the game, grab mag, right? They try to sell you blueprints in order to buy a lot of these items, and or they just sell it with platinum. It's not worth it. I already showed you the blueprints, right? Orokin reactors and catalysts are not bad, but like everything else here, oh my god. This components, this is the scam, absolute scam. Scam alert. This is the biggest scam section in the Warframe market. Veiled Riven ciphers for 20 platinum. That's not even the worst. Plastids for 30 platinum, 300 plastids? Dude, no, that's so messed up. That is evil. Never buy those. Color palettes, purely color palettes, right? Slots, these are needed. You'll want to buy a lot of those. Slots on slots on slots. Railjack, a lot of people buy Railjack because they hate the quest, they hate Railjack, and it's, ugh. But I wouldn't recommend buying it, but I get it if you do. It's only 175 platinum, so Warframe makes the progression stuff really cheap. So it's a game, all right. Oh, it's a game. If we look at the companion stuff, all of this is just for fun cosmetics, so it's not really a big deal. Right, all the accessories and stuff. It's cute, it's cosmetic, whatever, buy it if you want. And then we have bundles, Tennogen. All of this stuff down here is like platinum or spend money or just pure cosmetic. So everything down here is like whatever. But the game does have a lot of bundles, right? They have Warframe bundles. Some of these are good, some of these are bad, right? Like you can buy Mag Trinity Ember for 378 platinum, or you can buy them individually. So a lot of these bundles can be good or bad. It really depends if you want to farm for the stuff or not, if you want the stuff, if you hate it, if you are progressed enough in the game. I would not recommend buying most early game Warframe bundles because it just doesn't seem worth it, because you just do not get a lot of loot. You get some cosmetic loot, but you really don't get a lot of loot. And then you also have armor here, and it's all just cosmetic, right? The bundles. Oh, sorry, I wanted to go to the armor bundle. No, the weapon bundles here. Similar state there. I wouldn't bother buying the bundles unless you really want the loot. Cosmetics is cosmetics, so it's just for you. And then we have misc bundles. Most of these are fine. They're just like cute little cosmetic things, right? Domestic drones, purely for fun type cute stuff, and then just more glyphs. But as you saw, the big scam in Warframe is really this section here. Equipment, components, mod, and endo. These are the two biggest scams in all of Warframe history. I wanted to go, because people are freaking out about the credits, I want to see if I can find credits in here to see if I can go under equipment. Yeah, I don't know if you can actually just buy credits in the game at all anymore. No, there it is. There it is. They call it the high roller or the frugal credit bundle. So this is another huge, terrible scam Warframe has. You can spend 25 platinum to purchase 50,000 credits, or you can spend 45 platinum to purchase 175,000 credits, which is less than one full round of the high tier index, and that costs you 45 platinum. So if you ever wanted to wonder what are just the worst values in Warframe, you have it right here. It's essentially all of the terrible scams around the resource purchasing mechanics in the market, and I am just befuddled that Warframe has not actually gotten rid of any of these. It's surprising to me, because like 1,500 alloy plates, 30 credits, right? Oxium, 300, 30 credits. Plastids, 330 credits. So that means if I do the math right now, right, because I have 72,400 essentially plastids, divide that by 300, right, times that by 30 to get the platinum value, I have 7,200 platinum worth of plastids. Hey, if anyone wants to buy my plastids, just kidding, they're not tradable. So it's just such a weird, bad value scam that they have going on in here, and it just feels messed up that they never replaced them. I have 2,000 530 platinum worth of Tellurium if I bought it individually. I have thousands of dollars in platinum valued items in that regard, just like doing a fake currency conversion. So these are 100% worst platinum scams in all of Warframe. Do not buy this shit from the market. Hopefully this video helped. It's always fun making these because, oh my, Warframe has a lot of goofy scams like that in the market. So just try not to directly buy resources, especially ones that you can farm in every mission, Detonite Injector. Yeah, don't do them. Don't do it if you can avoid it. But, you know, just try to make good decisions with your platinum, and as long as you don't regret buying something, you'll be okay, right? So as long as you really want something, it's not that bad to get in-game, or really bad to get in-game, or impossible, right? As long as it's good value to you, you'll be okay. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, use Epic Games creator code Pupsker. Join the YouTube membership to support the channel. Subscribe on Twitch to support the channel, or use anything else and check out any of my socials in the description. Facebook, Instagram, right? All that Twitch, YouTube jazz. Thank you.